evening and welcome to another exciting episode of Inside Eve. My name remains Aderisola. My friends call me Daring. Like I always say, if it's a mouthful, you can call me Daring. Yeah. I'm not on the show alone as usual. I have a pretty damsel right here by my side. Well, I can feel the size of your head already.
No, I'm not like that.
Anyway, I'm in the studio with Fome tonight.
Hello, good evening.
Pretty
How
Fome,
are you
yeah?
doing?
I'm very well.
Aderisola.
That's the Igbo, it's the Igbo version. Aderisola. But then it's fine. It's all right. So Bubu is unavoidably absent tonight, but she'll be joining us very soon. I'm sure a lot of people miss her. We miss her too, right? Don't we? I really miss Bubu. We miss Bubu. But then the show must go on. Wow, we have an interesting news mention today. Really interesting because it's peculiar and it's not very Nigerian. Okay. But then we must mention it because it's the International Day to End Violence Against Sex Workers.
Yeah.
I'm sure that sounds like awkward, like what? Because really, most people look at sex workers as...
They're doing something illegal anyway.
Exactly, they're stigmatized.
So why pay any attention to them if, you know, there's any violence against them? I was asking Derry the same question, like, seriously. Why pay any attention to them? It's like you're glorifying the fact that they are, you know, sex workers. But the fact remains that they are part of our society.
They're human.
They're human, you know, so that doesn't give anybody any excuse or any rights, you know, to violate their human rights. That's
why I kind of like, I don't like, but then I prefer the treatment of prisoners abroad. You know, they understand the fact that you've committed a crime, but it doesn't change the fact that you're human.
Of course.
And you still have your basic fundamental rights, yes. I mean, you can't roam the streets and keep doing the bad things. Anyway, International Day to End Violence Against Sex Workers. It was started in 2003. Yeah, I think it was in commemoration of, it started with the memorial that they had in memory of people that were killed. Like there was a series of killings by a particular man, yes. So they had to fight for them. Why is society saying nothing about violence against them? Why is society just like,
justice wasn't carried out.
Justice has never been carried out against them. Oh, somebody stabbed her to death. She was what? A sex worker. And then that's just it. So really, they should not be ignored in the society. They are still human. They remain human. And they must not be ignored. So every December 17, we don't do it here in Nigeria. Should we start something for me?
We should start the movement, right?
Hey, you're on your own. As in, I can almost hear people say, "Fome, are you sure you don't have something inside your cupboard?"
That sounded funny.
Sure? No, but really, we should start something around it. I think in Nigeria, we really do not place so much value on human life. Human life. And
when, you know, it feels like, okay, they are doing something illegal, but still, it doesn't matter. They're human and they should be taken care of and given their fundamental rights as human beings as well.
Yeah, and then the stigma should, like, be toned down, because the truth is, I believe that if you show love to people, sometimes some of them don't like go all out to hurt anybody. They're
just doing their work.
Say they're just doing the work. What work? I think a lot of times some of them just find themselves in the middle of it and then
they feel like they have no choice.
Well, maybe about choices I do not know, but then I think some of them are misguided, and then if you show them the other side of life, people are violent towards them, harsh, and these men that have been harsh, they patronize them.
It's bad enough that they are sex workers, but then being violent against the sex worker, she's already giving you at a price. Okay, you can have sex with me at a price, but taking it forcefully and violently, come on.
And then beating them up, inflicting pain on them, that's just so not it. But anyway, would I say special shout out to sex workers?
I don't know about that. And then the red umbrellas.
Yeah, the red umbrella, that's like their symbol. Yeah, whenever, you know, they have like protests, they have like walks by sex workers themselves, like team sex work. Hashtag sex workers.
Society of sex workers. Then you don't laugh about this. This is someone's job, like someone's work.
People laugh at my job too, don't
No, there you're laughing.
Anyway, I'm really trying to get like some information here. Anyway, talking about sex workers and sex and all of that.
And violence.
Against women. This is the point where I stop laughing, right?
Yeah.
Today's show is really, really
Game face
emotional.
on.
Yes, I got it, finally. All right, so International Day to End Violence Against Sex Workers is observed annually on December 17 by sex workers, their advocates, their friends, families, and allies. Originally conceived as a memorial and vigil for the victims of the Green River Killer in Seattle, Washington, United States. You see?
Apparently, that guy had killed like...
He was convicted
dozens.
of like 48 murders or 49 murders, and he actually confessed to like 70-something.
Wow. What?
Between 1982 and
Now I see why those sex
1998.
workers they have a day to remember that, you know, violence against sex workers.
Like, seriously.
Yeah.
And then I'm surprised that somebody could get away with so much.
many crimes
like,
over...
do so much between 1982, 1998 and get away with it. I thought Yankee was like, oh, up,
a long time.
They got Osama for crying out loud. Like, seriously, but then... So the day calls attention to hate crimes committed against sex workers worldwide. Worldwide. They should come and hit Nigeria. There's so much that goes on against sex workers here. Anyway, this is R2TV, this is Inside Eve, and you can join us on the show by calling in on 08091222283, 08091222284,
08091222285 and 08091222286.
All right, and on social media to like our Facebook page and pass your comments, say what you got to say. You know, sometimes the network is like jammed and all of that. So you could go on Facebook, facebook.com/myr2tv, and on Twitter @r2_TV. If you are not following us yet, you're on a very, very long thing. Yeah, but seriously, you should follow us. Well, I'm begging you, please follow us, like our Facebook page, and let's talk about this. You might not get to see this smile until like the end of the show, because rape, I let the cat out of the bag. Rape is serious business. Anyway, violence against women, whether sex workers or non-sex workers, is serious business. Nobody deserves it.
Yeah,
nobody deserves it. So if you see any lady popping red umbrellas around on 17th of December, she just may have she may have, I mean, she might be like
a member of
no, she might be a friend, because it's not just sex workers. They have people like Dr. Annie Sprinkle. I don't think she was, I mean, Dr. Annie Sprinkle, I don't think she was a sex worker, but then she was the one that like initiated it. All right, so we need to take a break now. Stay with us. When we come back, we'll talk about this very, very important and real topic, something that is very dear to our heart as women and as human beings. Don't go anywhere. See you after the break.
You ain't never met a girl like me.
Hey guys, you're welcome to Girls Pod, where we chill, we gist, and we have fun.
Bleaching is becoming a growing trend, and everyone is taking it as a normal thing.
Researching queen. I am an African lady, and I am telling you guys that if your guy is not doing something for you, he needs to sit up or you need to leave him.
Exactly. Back to Dolapo, please.
What? Are you serious?
Yeah.
If a guy cheats on you, come on, break up with him and move on. That means you deserve better.
Yeah, the fun part of the house where it all goes down. Game will, what do you have?
Makeup.
No.
Powder.
No.
Bleaching cream. Selfies.
No.
Photoshop.
Yeah!
Drum roll, please.
Oh, you guys make space for me on the pod, please.
You ain't never met a girl like
And we are back. This is still Inside Eve on R2TV, the only show you shouldn't miss. Well, okay, the only TV station you should always watch, so that men's team off will not come and get me like, what? All right, so today on Inside Eve, we'll be discussing something really, really, really dear to our hearts as women. Rape. Rape. The animalistic act. That's what it is.
It is, right?
I mean, the statistics every year just keeps going higher and higher and higher. Women are raped over and over again. I don't know, it's like someone has just let out some epidemic rape, if I can call it that. It's on the increase. Women get to be victims of rape every day, every night. I think they're like in Lagos, in 1 year, we have like almost 1,000 reported cases. That's for those that come out to actually say something. We have rape, they rape old women, rape young babies.
Young children.
And it's real, and everybody seems to be shutting their eyes and closing their ears.
It's there, but everyone...
It's there, but then it's that thing you shouldn't talk about.
Evil.
So let's talk about this on Inside Eve. Whose fault is it? Why does it happen? Why should it happen? Why do people get raped? Why? I mean, rape is like taking something from someone without the person's consent. And in this context, it's the context of sex. Forcefully having sexual intercourse with somebody, and now we're talking about women. Why should anybody do that? For me, I don't know if you have any excuse for any rapists.
I don't know if I have any answers either. You know, it's a very, very delicate issue. You know, the issue of sex itself is a delicate issue, not to talk of when, you know, it's taken from someone forcefully. I don't know, but, you know, it goes to show the amount of... It means that person doesn't have any form of moral sense, you know. As you said, animalistic. It's really degrading for someone to do such a thing, that you would take something like sex forcefully from a person, you know. And women being considered as the weaker sex, you know. In fact, my dear, I don't know. Are you going to start crying? I'm quite emotional.
Please, we need tissue on set. I don't know why.
I'm getting quite emotional.
Yeah.
You know, even in South Africa, for instance, it's reported that 600,000 cases every year. And they're actually called like the rape capital of the world. But you ask the question, whose fault is it? Is it really... Some people say it's the woman's fault. She dresses seductively. And
is that 5-year-old girl dressing seductively?
But that's no excuse, really.
Is the 5-year-old girl dressing seductively?
A woman, let's even take a woman, for instance.
Okay.
For the fact she dresses seductively, it's still no right for you to take sex forcefully from a woman. She dresses, then you go and look somewhere else.
I mean, we just spoke about some sisters that are ready to sell.
You know, yeah, but then... I don't know, is it filling up some kind of hunger or craving?
It's an animalistic
sex different
behavior.
when it's taken forcefully? You know, these are just questions that are bothering me. I don't know if there are answers. Callers, if you're out there, if you have any answers, you know, I'm aloof just as much as you are, really, Daring.
I really don't understand. And, you know, I read that, like, 70% of these rape cases are, like, people that are victims are being raped by people very close to them. Their fathers, brothers.
Exactly.
70% of rape cases are by known people. It's not just, oh, someone barges into the house and just rapes.
The uncle, or that friend of the family you call uncle.
Or your very dear friend in school, and, you know, you feel like, hey,
you're very comfortable with the person.
Then I can change in front of this person. We are, like, that close, and then one day, out of the blues, this animalistic instinct just takes over. You could join us on this conversation. We really need to hear from you on 08091222283, 08091222284.
08091222285 and 08091222286. Don't forget to drop your comments on Facebook.com/MyR2TV and also on Twitter, R2_TV. Please, we'd love to hear from you.
It's a serious case, especially if you know that maybe you've been through that before and you feel you've gone past it. You're now, like, you've gone past the stage of depression, so low self-esteem. You're now bold enough to share your story. You know, some people never get past it.
True, and I think it's because they never really talk about it.
And then when you talk about it, they stigmatize, like...
But then if you're scared to talk about it, wouldn't it help if you speak to maybe like a buddy or an elderly person, you know, someone that would really understand you? But because it really helps if you speak about it, if you speak out about it, it helps because then you get counseling, you know, you don't get... But I think shut up in that cold, dark...
It's easy to say, from most of the stuff I've read or stories I've heard, a lot of people hold back because they feel like if I say something now, somebody will judge me and say, what were you putting on? Was it just both of you in the house? Why did you two stay in the house with him?
Why were you alone?
Why were you wearing something short? But it's my cousin, so... And then you get people judge you. So it's bad enough that somebody has taken something away from you, something really, really dear to you. somebody has taken something away from you, and then someone else is judging you. So a lot of times people just enter into their own shells. You hear people doing drugs. All right, we have a call. Hello, Edet, good evening. Hello, Ekbet from Anambra, good evening.
Yeah, good evening. Huh?
Good evening.
How are you doing this evening? Hello?
I'm hearing you.
Okay, could you move away from your
Fine,
TV
thank
set,
you.
please?
I'll just turn down the volume.
Oh, thank you very much. So about the topic
Welcome.
today.
Yeah, discussing rape.
Yes.
Yes.
It's a very sensitive issue to be very real. You know, I have been having issues with rape because I had a friend that was raped and
A female?
he got very, very devastated. It's a female.
Okay. She...
You know, she was my friend.
Okay.
She was actually coming to visit me and she got raped.
Oh, you'd feel so bad,
It's
right?
a very touching story.
Was it late at night or in the evening?
Yes, it was in the night. It was
In the
actually in the
night.
night.
Wow.
She was traveling from Anambra to Enugu to see a friend who lost her mother.
Wow.
So she
That's
had to
so
come
sad.
back because she had to go to work the next day.
Oh, God.
So it
Wow.
was late in the night. She decided to stop by and come sleep with my friend. She got raped on the road.
Wow. I
That
do,
was a couple of years ago though.
were you able to walk her through it? Is she healed now?
Yeah, she's fine now, but she's still not very completely healed.
I
You know, the trauma of rape
The
is never
trauma
really
will always
forgotten.
be
yeah, yeah. Please just be there for her. Like I think you've been there for her. You sound like
Yeah.
it's something that really got to you too.
Yeah, we had to go see a psychologist. She was
Of course.
talked to.
Brilliant.
We ran tests on her to make sure she did not contract any venereal disease and all that.
Yes. Wow. Nice one.
Medically, she was okay, but the traumatic part of it, the psychological part of it, got her really weird down.
Yeah. I can imagine.
What should be done about rape is very, very bad. To have
Yeah.
rape.
Can only imagine.
Did they get the people that raped her, the rapists? Were they arrested?
You know, people like that don't come out to say they did a thing like that.
Oh, okay.
Hoodlums, they ran away there.
Okay, they were just random people on the
Before I
road.
got to the scene, we couldn't see anybody. We had finished and ran away.
Wow. Wow.
It's really sad.
I'm sure justice will be served someday somehow. Anyway, send our love to her from inside Eve.
Yeah.
Okay?
I would definitely, why I'm calling is to see how you could get the government to get
Okay.
punitive measures for people that are caught as rapists.
Okay.
Of course.
You know,
Of course.
people should
We're coming
be
to
really
that.
punished.
Yes.
Yes.
I think there's been a reform. There's been a reform in the constitution. Yes.
Organizing to rape somebody.
People that are convicted now have like
A life
really
sentence,
grave
right?
life sentence. It was passed. The bill was passed earlier in the year.
Okay, that is
It's encouraging, Abi.
We're quite encouraging.
yes.
Yeah. I'm sure those that are in authority are
really
looking
sad.
out, like they're looking out for our own people. They're looking out
You
for
know, your colleague
victims.
there was saying something about the caller should call in and say whether it feels better to rape somebody. You know, reason why people rape. There
Oh,
was a
yeah,
thing I was
because-
watching some time ago, a guy, I was watching a movie.
Okay.
A guy said something like he enjoys when a woman is under him crying.
I told you.
Wow.
I mentioned
That's
something
very
like that.
animalistic.
It's like, you know, it's like when you're
I watched the
watching.
movie and a guy said something like that.
It's possible.
I understand. It's like when you watch Animal, what's this, Animal Planet and all that, and you see a lion chasing, you know,
Like a prey. Like they prey
Yeah.
on women.
but then we just hope that there's some kind of sensitization, sanitization, and all of that very soon.
Sanitization.
Thank you. Just keep being
Thank
good,
you
keep
for
being you.
calling.
Thank you, and send our love to your friend,
Yeah,
okay?
please do.
I will.
I'm sure she'll get stronger
Oh, yeah, of
very
course,
soon.
with
She'll
time,
heal up.
With time.
No, she's better now. She'll be getting married soon, though.
Oh,
that's
great
nice. That's great
news.
news.
Nice,
That
nice.
should bring some form of consolation
Yeah.
at least.
All right, thank you very much for calling.
Thank you, Edet.
And thanks for watching.
welcome.
Have a beautiful evening.
You too.
Yeah, bye.
Enjoy your show.
Okay,
Thank
then.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Wow.
You know, I'd mentioned it, that there must be some kind of satisfaction that these men get from, you know, raping a woman. Because women are so many out there these days, some of them desperate. I don't think sex is hard to get, you know.
Yeah, but then
the fact,
the stealing of
That's exactly what I was saying, and he confirmed it, that he watched a movie where, you know, a guy said that he enjoys when a woman is crying under him. So there must be a different kind of satisfaction that these rapists get.
So I think they're sick.
It could be some form of mental.
They must be sick. Like, I don't even know what to say, man.
Really, it's
like people
disgusting.
that do all the, is this sadonists or what they call them? They do all these handcuffs and whips,
Yeah.
and somebody wears heels and is stepping on your back, pain.
They get pleasure from pain, but this time someone else's pain.
Yeah,
not yours, not your pain.
It's just, I don't know, it's extreme. Why would you, I think it's as a result of like upbringing or what?
Well, that could also be, you know.
Why would anybody just want to?
It could be a function, because really, you know, those are your formative years.
Yes.
Now, speaking of upbringing, I was also going to mention that, you know, these days, if you have a little child that can express herself or himself, it's important we start teaching young kids about, you know, sex. Yes, they need to know.
They need to know.
Because when they don't know, that's when, you know, they want to experiment themselves and see, you know, and get results. But when you explain to them, first of all, you teach them about their private parts. Tell them it's for you alone. Nobody else should go there.
Touching.
Because apparently little boys also get raped.
Yes, molested.
Molested and molested.
Anyway, hello, Darlington. We have a call. Hello, Darlington from Lagos. Hello.
Hello.
Good evening. Good evening. How are you doing this evening?
I'm very fine. You guys are looking good this night.
Oh,
Thank you.
Well, the topic that is going on today, that representing, you know, I like this topic. I like today's topic. I like it very well.
You like it?
You like it? Okay.
Yeah, I like the topic.
Okay.
And I must say this, today's topic is not going to the ladies alone or the men alone. Both of them have a moral lesson to learn from it.
Okay.
But I'm like moving my speech to the ladies.
Okay.
You know, you see a girl will just dress seductively, sexy, and you'll be walking along the road, a lonely road, a narrow road, you know, that kind of a thing.
Okay.
You don't see anyone walking around the road, you are walking that way. And you can see someone admiring you or admiring the looks from your backside or anywhere. You know, some men have the urge for sex at any given time.
Okay.
At any given particular time. They don't have exceptional time to have sex.
Okay.
They can see you at that moment, they would like to have sex with you. So, you know, but it's because of what you are putting on to attract them to you.
Okay.
And it's because you are walking to the path that no one is or like
a lonely place.
A lonely place.
Is that?
A lonely place, Sabi.
Yeah, a lonely place. You are walking on a lonely place where no one is what. Or, you know, I have this example like the guy did that I was in the field, like we are training on evening time.
Okay.
You know, there is this girl that just walked into the field wearing some sexy short skirts, you know, that kind of a thing. And you know, some of these bad boys that used to smoke around, because I'm living around Barega.
Okay. Okay.
And you know, Barega is a very, very tough area. You know, there are some of these bad boys smoking, and they saw this girl, almost, this girl carry them, you know, that kind of a thing.
Yeah.
Babe, come. The guy will just come. Come, follow me to this place. I want to message you. That kind of a thing. You don't know that we are like 2, 3, or 5.
Already.
That calls for group
Gang rape.
Gang rape.
Yeah, that is group rape. So.
Yeah, I totally understand what you're saying.
Okay.
Like sometimes some people are being provoked into these things, but then I don't think it justifies it in any way. I don't know if you get what I'm saying. There are so many things that we are tempted to do as humans, but then it doesn't justify you doing it. That's why you are human and you have a measure of discipline.
And control.
I want to use another point. You know, that justification of the thing that you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree about that justification of the thing that you're saying.
Okay.
You know, there are some people who don't have the fear of God in them.
True.
Because if you have the fear of God in you, you won't think of such a thing. Understand?
Yeah.
You will concentrate on what you're doing. Even if you come to the field to watch ball, or you are going on the road, or you just concentrate on
Mind your own business.
you won't allow that kind of a thing to drive your mind towards the bad side of anything. You know, that kind of a thing.
Yeah.
So that I'm urging some people out there to have the fear of God in them. And if you see any girl that dress seductively, sexy, or anything, just don't mind them. Fix your own business.
Take your eyes off.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Please continue to spread this word on your social media platforms. Let people need to know. People need to know. Thank you very much for calling in.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. I'm still enjoying the show.
Thank you so very much. I like. All right. Have a good evening.
Yeah.
Bye. You know, I like what he said.
Yeah.
The truth of it is, we know that we need to be like, oh, why would anybody rape anybody? It doesn't justify it in any way. However, why would you put on something really ridiculous? Because you can't deny the fact that there are sick people out there. We can't sweep them out in 1 day, in 2 days, in 10 years. There will be sick people always. So you have to look out for yourself. That being said, there are still extremes. What would a 5-year-old girl do when her uncle begins to touch her in funny places?
You know, kids who are hawking on the streets, maybe after school hours, their parents send them out, you know, to sell stuff.
Innocent girls.
They are lured into, you know, buildings and raped.
I mean, that's extreme. In the house, father to daughter. You know the Joyce Meyer story? Her dad raped her like nothing less than 200 times. Anyway, we'll get back to that's like extreme. We'll get back to that story. We need to take a break now, and then very soon we'll come back and talk about something still around this topic, sad topic.
Often believed that you can never really understand an individual by looking at them from the outside. To really understand why people speak the way they do, why they talk the way they do, and act the way they do, you really need an inside perspective.
Comment, darling. Can you tell us what's going on?
Everything relationship-wise, we are going to be trashing it. We're going to trash it here on the show.
Women are so busy, like from here to here. We actually call them the octopus mom.
My name is Aderi Sola. If it's a mouthful, you could call me Derry.
We're talking to women, woman to woman.
Real women to real women.
Hello.
Yeah, Bubu's the crazy one. Don't be deceived.
I'm not crazy.
Yes.
Welcome back. We've been talking about rape all night, right on the show. And it's been a very, what would I say, sad stroke, reality check kind of mood. Yeah. We are back, our point of view for today. Something that's still centered around, I sound really dull, like, I'm trying so hard to just, anyway, there's a story according to Ladun Liadi. Ladun Liadi is a blogger, national blogger, Nigerian blogger. Anyway, she wrote a story about an interview that they had with Lola Omotayo, that's Peter of P-Square's wife and mother of his son. Right, she said stuff about, she opened up about her childhood.
She's so pretty.
When hot baby, yeah. Ooh, as in, see, okay, let me go to the story, like seriously. So she was molested as a child by a priest. A priest. I don't even know what part of the child molestation or the fact that it was a priest that did it. I don't know what part of it works me up the most. Like
every man is a...
I don't know. Anyway,
I don't know.
So who would have thought? You can imagine her opening up then, like saying, "Oh, this is what happened to me, mommy. a priest, they will probably look at her and say, that is a man of God, touch not my anointed and all of that. The story is actually not to make you feel like, Lola, so they did this to you. For her to have come out, I give it to her respect. Like, not everybody would open up. I mean, considering that she's a celebrity, I mean, she's not just the wife to a celebrity, she's a celebrity herself. So, and for her to open up, it means she has gone past the stage. Like, she's, if not totally healed, she's almost there.
She's come to some form of closure.
Yes, exactly. And we just give it up to her. It's a special shout out to her. Like, man, there are some things that I wouldn't even open up about yet. Like, okay, let me not talk about that too much. Anyway, so she was molested and it affected her self-esteem, made her lock up. She wanted to do things that would just make her like get expelled from school because she was tired of being in the same environment with this man.
Oh no.
It was,
she was in the same...
I was in school. Like, she was probably in the boarding school or something. So she was doing things. And you can imagine people looking at her and saying, oh, this one, this little rebellious child.
Not knowing what she's going through, actually.
And she couldn't open up to anybody. And she's so pretty.
She is.
That priest, Father, God have mercy on you, sir. Like, seriously. So we need to hear from you. We need to know what you feel about molestation of children, of kids. Kids especially. You know, it's more sensitive when we want to talk about children. When you're talking about adults, to some extent, you begin to think, okay, don't dress anyhow, don't do... There's some, like, measures you can... Like,
but children are so innocent. And I begin to wonder, what exactly did you see that attracted you to this child, really? Because some of them are still, you know, really young. They haven't had, you know... they haven't matured into... So what exactly attracts them?
I think the bottom line is some people are sick. We know that there are some regular guys in quotes that actually go out of the way to like do all of these things. They do some funny things, maybe one-off rape, just because you can't help yourself, you can't hold. We're not excusing it, but then there's some people that are like serial rapists. And then children, how would you, a 2-year-old child, now this is a like special call to parents, please let us be responsible for our children to a very large extent, because a lot of guys that I've spoken with, most of them had their first sexual experiences at age 6, 4, and their memories are memories of one auntie, one house help, one sister in the house, mommy's sister living in the house with you, and she says, oh yeah, come, put your head here, oh yeah, come, put your hand there, oh yeah, come, and then they get exposed.
These family friends, you know, that tend to get, you know, children are very likable, but those ones that come and say, your little daughter is my wife, please warn him. Also, this idea of leaving the drivers to pick up your children, especially female girls,
So it's a lot.
Especially little girls, picking them up from school, just the driver, no.
Although you allow a houseboy take your 5-year-old child's bath for her. Yeah, go bath for her, please. We need to pay more attention because, you know, some of these rapists actually, especially the male people, because we've been hearing a lot of, oh, guys are also raped and stuff. Some of them... they've been through maybe rape themselves, molestation as children, and then they get to a point where they're like, you know what, I can also give back to society what society has given back to me. This movie, October 1 by Kunle Afolayan, the boy was being molested by his priest again in boarding school. That's the storyline. So every Thursday night they say, Aderokpo, it's time to pray. The other boy had to run back to the village. Anyway, but it's not about the movie right now. So the boy eventually became a rapist. He came back to his village and wanted to show he would rape and kill. So a lot of times when people are just acting really rational,
you're actually a product of, you know,
somewhere they're coming from. So I think it lies in the hands of parents. For both parents of potential rapists and parents of potential victims, we need, that sounds wrong.
We have a part to play.
We need to look out for our children, make sure there's no sick boy around that is, you know, to your little child. Everybody goes, mwah. You pick up a child and the child just goes, like every child knows how to kiss now. You don't know whose kiss has on that tone.
But the most important thing is that children get educated. Because really, the society we live in now, there's free internet, access to internet is there and all of that. Children get exposed to these things.
pornography, it's all there.
Children will get exposed. I know that, yes, you know, we try to avoid our children from seeing these things, but then children will get exposed at some point in time or the other, if not in the home, probably in school. Their friends might have seen it and they want to discuss it. You know, these things happen. So I think the bottom line still rests, everything rests in the hands of the parents.
Yeah.
Mothers, you need to teach your children, teach them about their private parts.
Exactly.
Teach them that it's for you alone, nobody else goes there, you know, stuff like that.
Sweetheart, we have a call now. Hello, Kingsley, good evening.
Good evening.
Hello, good evening, how are you doing?
Hello, good evening.
Oh, okay, hello, Kingsley, good evening, how are you doing?
I'm very fine. My name is Kingsley from Port Harcourt.
Hi, Kingsley from Port Harcourt.
Okay, I want to be a part of the show. I want to, you guys are talking about rape.
Yes.
Why women get raped or why do men really get raped?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, I don't know what about men getting raped. I don't know if you will call that rape.
Exactly.
Okay.
A lot of men will really, really want to be raped.
Seriously?
No, yeah. Men will see it as an opportunity, you know, to, you know.
I don't know.
Oh, yeah. Well, you think you don't know, but a lot of men will see it that way.
Okay.
But women being raped, I think that the reason that women get raped a lot of the time has to do with the woman putting herself in that situation.
In a situation.
Oh, really?
Now, there are some people that didn't put themselves in that situation who are just unfortunate
Thank you.
candidates of that act.
Thank you.
Of the animalistic nature of men. Some men are just, some of them are demon possessed actually.
Ha. Well, I kind of agree. I kind of agree with you.
Yes, because if we're going to spiritualize it, why would a man want to forcefully have sex with a woman?
Exactly.
I'll practically say no.
Yeah.
No means no.
Yeah.
I wish they knew
So,
that.
I don't know. I think that it's the base nature of the man.
Okay.
The woman says no. It means your scoping skills is not enough. Go and
Okay.
learn more.
Yeah.
Okay. Seriously?
Yeah.
Okay.
If your scoping skills get to that point, you can talk to a woman, and the woman will say, okay, bro, so yeah, let's go.
Really?
But now the woman is saying, no, I don't want to do. Your scoping skills are not enough. Go and learn more.
Oh.
Now the man now says that he wants to forcefully have
Take it
sex
by
with her.
force.
That
Wow.
man is a weakling.
I agree with you. He's a weakling.
You said what?
You said he's a weakling. I agree with you, but just before you called in, you know, you were saying something about he might have grown up in a funny environment.
Yeah.
He may have been molested, so he's probably sick in the head as a result of his own past too.
Yeah, that is true. It's also a factor of where he has grown up.
Yeah.
But really, if you say that it's a factor of where he has grown up, what you're saying is that you're taking responsibility away from the man.
No.
Everybody has a choice.
Still, it's no excuse.
It's no excuse, exactly.
You can decide to be this way or not. Society might say to you that this is who you are. But
Yeah.
it's left to you to decide that this is who I am.
I want to
You want
be.
to
Yeah.
be.
Yeah.
So it really takes, if we say that it depends on where he has grown up, that the fault is from the people he grew up with or the circumstances he found himself, you are exonerating him from the act.
No.
Meaning that you're saying that, well, he did the act, yes, he can be pardoned for it. Yeah, well, if they choose to pardon him,
No.
really,
It's
I
no
think
No, it doesn't justify it. It's just we're
it
just.
doesn't justify
It doesn't. We
yeah.
are just trying to see, like, okay, what is the cause?
We're trying to answer these
how can we
questions,
attack
really.
it from
Yeah.
the base? Like, at what point does society get it wrong?
First of all, I would say that there is a lot of work to be done in the hands of the woman.
Okay.
Now, in the sense that the woman, that's where we talk about dressing properly and
Yeah.
not putting yourself in those kind of situations where the guy would have to do that. Yes, first of all. Now, I'm of the opinion that no matter how much a guy wants to do, even if he beats the girl to stupor, if the girl will not do, she will not do. No
Really?
matter how strong the guy is,
Even if he beats her
even
to submission,
yes.
it's like this guy's like a 6-footer.
Yeah.
the release button is still in the hand of the girl until she lets go of the release button. If she doesn't let go of it, the man cannot.
This guy is like 6 feet and she's like, what, 5 or 4?
I don't think the size of the man matters. Men are naturally stronger than women, so...
Men are stronger, yes, physically. But when it comes to women are stronger.
So
when it comes to standing on your points, women are stronger.
So most rape victims, what you're saying is most rape victims, women now, they like...
What I am saying is most rape victims, the woman gave up.
So she should have like continued fighting.
She should not give up.
She should not give up.
She should keep fighting.
Yes.
That brings me to something.
Once she gives up and the guy has his way, that's the end.
Yeah.
I wish it was this easy.
A cycle of something that you have to struggle with for a long time.
I don't know.
You have a point. You have a very valid point.
Well,
thank you for raising it.
Thank you for the call, but thank you. I don't agree. I totally do not
get
agree.
To that. Thank God he mentioned it.
Okay.
You know, I was going to say, you know, I used to say that I don't know how a woman can get raped. I don't know how she can get overpowered. Fine, I understand that. I know there are a lot of rape victims probably watching me. I don't mean to be judgmental, but I'm trying to figure out how a woman can actually get overpowered and raped. I know that the man is naturally stronger than the woman, but still, like he said, the woman gave up for her to have been raped by a man.
I don't agree, because if that is it, I'm sure there are a lot of women that would have like fought themselves, their ways out of it. I see, the truth of it is you and I have never been there, so we can't say categorically what it is, but then the way the statistics are, the way they are like skyrocketing,
except the
it just says to us that there's something.
Except, you know, usually they're armed, especially in the north, you know, where there's a lot of rape, and other places in Africa where you have high rates of insurgency. I understand that it's another usually they are armed.
It's another ball game.
Usually they are armed. So, you know, when the man is armed, you know, you get overpowered instantly. But on the other hand,
where they are not armed, like okay, in the house now.
Yeah, when I used to hear of rape cases anyway, I used to wonder, I always used to wonder, how did you get raped? How did you get overpowered?
I don't know. I really don't know, but then I would not at any point agree that a woman just goes, oh, I give up. I believe she would. I think a man is naturally stronger than a woman on a regular.
Of course.
He's now possessed by whatever demon, according to our caller. The thing gets into him, and then he's like an animal now. At that point, what can a woman do? This is a woman that is, at this point, her psyche is like really is gone. She's emotionally gone. She's mentally, she's defeated already. She's fighting with everything she can fight with, but at the same time, it's a mind battle. I don't think women give, if it is women giving up, I'm sure that there are many women that would have escaped rape now. So really, I don't know. I'm sorry, I do not agree that women would just give up. I don't think there's anybody that wishes that, okay, fine, just go ahead, rape me, come on, do it. Like, you understand what I'm saying?
Probably she's tired of just struggling and fighting.
You don't get tired of struggling. We're human now.
Wow.
We're human. We don't get tired of struggling, man. Wow, we've been like going on and on about this. We need to really revisit this issue, but we have someone calling us. Hello. Hello, good evening. We lost that call. Oh, wow. Like, I need to brighten up a little,
Please
man.
call back. And ladies, call. We'd love to hear from ladies.
I really wish we had like an actual rape victim. I like the fact that somebody called in, his friend was raped, but I know how difficult it may be for actual victims to call and say, oh, I have been.
Yes, of course.
Even if they want to remain anonymous and all of that.
I totally understand.
It's not easy. It's not something like something that you could really discuss like that. I know how it feels. Anyway, we can't keep going sad all day. Luckily, we got the call back. Hello, Justice. Good evening.
Good evening.
Hello? 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 Okay,
so
I think we lost that call.
This comment from,
on social media, yeah?
Yeah, at mazino.rita.
Okay.
She says that women should try to stop putting themselves in situations where they can be easily raped. Like staying in a lonely place, staying alone.
And wearing funny things. We have a call, sweetheart. Please hold on. Ike from Sokoto, hello. Uh-oh, I was going to say Sanu, and try to fans. Anyway, please, IK, keep watching, and please try to call back on the show. You can still talk about rape, talk about any of the topics you want to talk about. It's Inside Eve, it's a woman's world, and we appreciate that you are watching. Wow, like, we need to lighten up a bit.
Yeah.
We need to lighten up a bit. Ouch moments coming up, embarrassing moments coming up. We need to laugh a bit. We need to laugh a bit, right?
So what is love? Love is different to different people. But to me, love is everything. Love is kind, love is patient, love knows no wrong, love is beautiful. And yes, Boo, I'm in love. I am a firm believer of love. With love comes trust. So if you want to be in love, better trust. Love is R. Love is real. Love is R2TV.
Hello and welcome back. It's still Inside Eve. I'm just managing the smell.
Like,
I've been
seriously,
feeling
man.
really, really sad as we've been talking about the issue of rape. Yeah, rape. Well, on a lighter note, it's time for ouch and embarrassing moments, and awkward moments. Davey, you promised to give us like
Please,
10.
let me read from our
No, we want your
friends and family.
Oh, Davey.
Anyway, I'd read one that I got from social media. All right. I bought a Timberland boot. It didn't look like an imitation of the real one. And I was feeling like a big boy. Self-confidence grew so much that I got myself a swag. Really? My boot chose the most crowded part of the school to split itself in two.
In two?
I had to walk to my hostel with one leg of perforated socks on the ground. Like, ouch. Seriously?
No ways, man. That
Seriously?
must have been like an Abba-made Timberland.
That's from Dotun Lawal. Sorry, guy. Don't do that. If it's fake, see, let me explain this thing. Sometimes, we know how we do these things. Sometimes you find yourself, not like you wear fake stuff, but then when you know that you did not buy it, the Timberland shop, go. I did not buy, you take it easy. Maintain your champion. That's how they say it now.
How do you do that?
Why would you be forming swagger or something that you're not sure of? Like, seriously, if they sell something for 20-something thousand, I buy one for 5K.
It's allowed. He felt good with himself.
I just hope you can laugh about it now.
Exactly. That's the most important part.
Exactly. But ouch. Sorry.
No, I have this one. I really need to share this. It's from Godfrey Johnson.
Okay.
He says, okay, this happened almost a year ago, last year Christmas. My in-laws visited for the holidays, and everyone was happy, and in the living room, and someone accidentally played a sex DVD of myself and my wife.
Ouch! What were you doing? Why would you record? Okay.
Well, people do that.
I don't know.
But why would they put it there where everybody can, have access to it?
You know my take on recording stuff like that. As much as it looks like, oh, let's see what we look like when we're doing this and that, it's risky.
It is,
the
right?
world has become a global village.
Yeah.
The world is living on the internet. Like, I can have 5 faces on Twitter, I can have 5 faces on Facebook. So the world is on the internet. And these things, the way they just merge and link up, and they're making the whole thing, the world is almost like this right now.
You have the whole world in the palm of your hand, actually.
You now let it merge. You're lucky that it was just a family that saw it.
Exactly right.
We have a call. Hello? IK, good evening. Oh, yeah, he called earlier. Hi, good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening. How are you?
Very well.
Yeah, I'm watching your program. I enjoy the program.
Oh, thank you very
I want
much.
to point out is this.
Okay.
I believe one thing that one person, one man, it's not possible for a man, one single man to rape a woman. Hardly. Unless the woman submits easily. Are you with me?
So.
Hello?
Yeah, I can hear you, sir.
You can hear me. So, hardly, I don't believe that a man, one particular man can rape a woman.
Can subdue just one-to-one.
Weapon, a dangerous weapon. So then the woman can easily submit.
Well, if not that, apart from the issue of people or any other thing, so I don't believe that one person can rape a woman. So
Wow.
that's what I'm trying to point out.
Okay. All right, sir. Thank you very much. Keep watching. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. But you
I'm
know
glad
what
that's
I think?
coming from a man.
It's coming from a man. But then you know my take on it. It's views like this that would make people hold back when it's time to. If I come out now and I say I was raped by just one man, you look at me like you must have submitted. Until you enter into their shoes, until you've been a victim.
That's very true.
Until
I
you've been a
agree with you,
victim.
Derry. I agree with you. You never really know how it feels, you know, until you are the person that's happening to. That's why I said, before I started this, I said, I think I was a bit judgmental then. And I used to say that, but I don't say it anymore because really, you don't know what that woman is going through.
Exactly.
You don't know how powerful that man, you know, might have been. You know, so I really don't think like that anymore until that caller, you know, mentioned it. And now this guy is saying, you know, so.
Anyway.
So on to more.
Let's not go deep into sad things or I don't know. Let's talk ouch moments. Let's go back.
So speaking about ouch moments and awkward moments, I saw this video. No, it's not a personal gist.
Come on, don't be. I want personal real.
No, I haven't had any recently.
Okay.
You know, I share when I share. It's you don't share.
Story for the good.
So I was watching this video of a runway model doing a fashion show, and then all of a sudden. She just falls on the floor.
Oh, sugar.
On the runway.
Ouch.
It was actually a compilation.
Oh, yeah.
I saw it on right here on RCTV.
The funniest one was the one that fell into the pool.
Another one fell into the pool. I had one awkward moment like that, by the way. You know, I was on the runway, and the runway had a slight slope on it. And on the slope, you could see, what's it called? The marks of shoes. Okay. Like sleeping. Wow. And I slipped. I was going down. I was like, I can't fall today. And everybody was like, whoa, waiting to see what will happen. But then I gained my balance and
I'm happy for you, girl. I can't imagine.
That wasn't nice at all.
Like, seriously, man.
It was so awkward.
I think falling is like the worst.
That can happen. But you just get up and walk.
There was this awkward moment. It didn't happen. It wasn't awkward for me. Okay, I went to see like a family friend. Yeah. I went to like a family friend, and he's someone that holds a very high position in society. So, you know, he's not at home. So I dropped something that I know he really likes. I dropped it, and he said, "Oh, he's not around." I'm like, "Okay, fine. Just tell Daddy that I came." And I dropped it, and then I went. So I just sent an SMS. "Oh, I dropped it already," and then. He just called, "Oh, come back, I'm around." Apparently, he was supposed to go out, but then he needed to take some rest. So he told them, "I'm not available today." So they just gave me the general treatment. And then the woman already said, "He's not around, though." And I'm like, "Okay, bye, ma." I just dropped it and went. The moment I just stepped back, she was like, Derry, enter. Like, I can imagine how awkward she felt. Like, she must have felt like
a liar.
And then she was just thinking, it is girl.
Caught in the act of lying.
You know how you do the gift of a man, make way for you. What you say?
Well,
so really, ouch moments, awkward moments, embarrassing moments, you need to share them on our Facebook page, facebook.com/myr2tv. I've been urging people to share.
From Ishoma rather, she says, there was this one time I answered a question asked by my teacher in class with so much confidence, and then the teacher just said I was a blockhead. Your teacher what said you were a blockhead? Blockhead. How? I don't even know what to say to this teacher, like seriously. Like she answered with so much confidence, and teacher's like, you're a blockhead. What is it is the and just goes like no, seriously, no, man. No, wow, that's so unfair. It's nice you can laugh at these now. You know when an awkward moment happens or an embarrassing moment, it's not funny. It's not funny. So seriously, you need to join us on Facebook, join us on Twitter, call in on the show. We need to hear from you. This show is not just about Fome and I, it's not about Fome, Bubu and Derry, it's about you. I really wish that ladies called in today to tell us stuff about rape and all of that. I wish real victims. And please, if you've ever been a victim, I think you should actually go for seek professional help.
I'm sure there are NGOs out there that would not victimize or stigmatize or make you feel as if, oh, you are the cause of everything.
Yeah.
You know, Lola Omotari actually said she felt like she was the cause, like she was one that attracted the man, you know.
Attracted, yeah.
So please don't
It's not your fault, really.
Don't drown,
Yes.
exactly. Don't drown yourself in it. Don't feel like you're the one. Babes, your final thoughts.
Oh, my final thoughts for today, as we were saying, it's really not your fault as a woman. It's not your fault. Don't feel guilty. Don't take the blame alone. There are people out there that can help you, your family members, you know. Speak to someone. It's really, really important that you speak to someone.
Yeah.
Now, that being said, here's my final thoughts for today. And my final thought is loading.
All right. You got it?
I got it right here. Now, my final thought for today is this: recovery is possible. Please speak out to help others and live in peace. Yeah, speak out. By speaking out, you're not just helping yourself alone. There are so many women out there that are raped on a daily basis. You're also helping them. Yeah, so look at the bigger picture. Yeah.
Wow. So my final thoughts: life is beautiful. Don't be depressed. Don't be depressed. I know it's difficult. Don't be depressed. By not coming forward about rape, you make yourself a victim forever. When you hear stories of people that have been through some really terrible things like rape, when you hear that they can come out to say, I think it's like a healing process. It makes you stronger. Sometimes, like, you know, those embarrassing moments that we share and laugh at. You understand?
Yeah.
All right. So just share. See you on Monday next week. Keep watching Inside Eve.